What's up guys, Delzinski here, and we are just a little under an hour now until TNA's marquee pay-per-view Bound for Glory is shown here in the UK. Yep, that's right, us Brits get the pay-per-view on a Wednesday, so basically when Wednesday rolls round, we know 90% of the results anyway. Thanks challenge, yeah, fantastic. But don't worry, we're used to it by now. And even if I do know 90% of the results, I will most definitely be sitting down and watching this pay-per-view. The reason being, because me personally, I feel you can only really develop an opinion and pass judgment on a product or a pay-per-view by actually sitting down and watching it. Now, there are a lot of people at the moment that are just jumping on the TNA hate bandwagon and giving them a good kicking. And 90% of these people don't even watch the product. And that's just wrong. And there's a lot of people also shouting that they hope TNA fold. Now, for those people, if I can just get you to cast your minds back a little bit, because let's go back to the golden age of wrestling when we had the Monday Night Wars. The reason why WWE was so good then was because WCW was kicking and screaming at them to produce the best product possible. That's right, WCW was giving them competition. And without that competition, Vince would never, ever have brought the Attitude Era together to compete against WCW. It was the rivalry, the competition, which made those two brands that damn good. These days, the reason why we don't have a fantastic WWE product is because there is no competition. And the competition that they have got, the smallest competition, is indeed TNA. Now, for everybody wanting TNA to fold, it just makes no sense, because competition is best for business. And the only way that we are ever going to get fantastic wrestling products again is by having these companies like Ring of Honor, TNA, actually growing and getting bigger and better. So begging for them to fold is not the opinion of the true wrestling fan. That's my opinion on it. We should all be backing TNA, Ring of Honor to grow and flourish. Because if they do, ultimately that's only going to bring out a better WWE product. And history has proven this. So guys, please don't hate on a product if you don't watch it. It's not best for business. And please try and support the products. I know they're frustrating at times, but at the end of the day, we're all wrestling fans and we are all watching the products for the love of wrestling. Now guys, it was a bit of a rant, I know, but that's not what I want to talk about today on the lowdown. What I want to put to you guys is some information which I've been reading up about, and also put a scenario to you. So it's a bit of a spoiler, so if you haven't watched Bound for Glory, you're based in the UK like me, or you just haven't got round to watching it yet, I would not watch this video right now. Watch it after you've watched the pay-per-view, because I'm going to be giving away a spoiler that happened in the World Heavyweight Championship match between AJ Styles and Bully Ray. So, yeah, press stop now and come back later if that's the case. Now, guys, if you have watched the pay-per-view, then you will know, and this is the spoiler alert, that AJ Styles was crowned the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Now let me put a scenario to you for the first Impact as AJ Styles as World Heavyweight Champion. So we open up Impact and AJ is standing in the ring. But it's not no ordinary ring. It's not a four-sided ring. AJ Styles is standing to kick off Impact with his new title reign in a six-sided ring. Now to me this would work perfectly, for the fact that he wants to stick it to Dixie Carter and he wants to bring back TNA to its glory days, the days that he remembers, and not what has happened at the present. He wants to go back, and this would be the very best start to it, by bringing back something that really brought TNA to the dance in the first place, the six-sided ring. It made them unique. It was their unique selling point. Now guys, on that note and that scenario, there's some interesting news and rumours going around about the six-sided ring at the moment. I've put a link in the description box below to the source, but there has recently been some news from Wrestling Inc. that Ticketmaster has been advertising ticket sales for TNA's World Tour, which they're having, and some of the arenas that they're showing in the seating plan are actually stating and showing an image of a six-sided ring as opposed to a four-sided ring. So this again adds to even more the build that potentially a six-sided ring could return for TNA. Now these ticket sales are for 2015, so that's a long way away yet. But for me personally, I think they could literally bring back the six-sided ring on this week's episode of Impact. Number one, they need something unique. They need a bit of a whoa shock factor. And I think this would be a great start for AJ Styles' title range to really mix it up a little bit and bring back something that was historical to TNA. So guys, let me know what you think. Do you think that the six-sided ring should return? Or do you think that we should always be traditional when it comes to our wrestling ring, like Hulk Hogan said, and stick with a four-sided wrestling ring? Let me know what you think in the comments box below. I'd be interested to see your views. And guys, if you haven't watched Bound for Glory just yet, then as I say, enjoy the pay-per-view tonight. So guys, until next time, let me know your views, and as per usual, please rate, comment and subscribe. This is Delzinski signing out.